Welcome back to Hourglass channel.
My name is
Find
Nancy.
yourself a suitable sitting position to start your journey today.
I from Brown Rudnick are truly honored to represent the plaintiff in this case, Johnny Depp.
On July 2019, Kelly was arrested by federal agents in Chicago, according to the Chicago Tribune. Allegations emerged that Kelly and his associates were involved in recruiting young girls for illegal activities, coercing them into exploitative relationships and isolating them from their families, control their lives effectively. The indictment, filed in U.S. District Court in New York City, coincided with Chicago prosecutors bringing their own charges, accusing Kelly of bribing witnesses and victims involved in the troubles his previous legal, including a sensitive case from 2008. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the trial date in New York was postponed. Meanwhile, Kelly was awaiting trial at a federal facility in Chicago, where he encountered violence. It was reported that he was attacked by a member of the R.O.T.T.I.N.G gang, assaulted Kelly while he slept, leaving him severely concussed. In June 2022, Kelly faced consequences for her actions when she was sentenced to 30 years in prison, stemming from a conviction related to trafficking in recruiting young girls for illegal activities. Later in September, he faced additional charges for creating sensitive content. Despite his attorney's pleas for leniency, advocating for a reduced 11-year sentence, Kelly's fate remains sealed within the confines of the justice system. Born Corey Miller in New Orleans, the rapper, also known as C. Murder, was convicted of second-degree murder in connection with the 2002 killing of a teenager named Steve Thomas in a nightclub, as reported by NBC News. He began serving a life sentence at the Louisiana State Penitentiary in 2009. However, his case took a dramatic turn when two key eyewitnesses recanted their testimony after his incarceration. Additionally, an unexpected ally, reality star Kim Kardashian, has stepped up to support his defense. In April 2020, the Supreme Court ruled that jury verdicts in significant criminal cases must be unanimous. Miller's conviction, however, was not unanimous. It was 10-2. One of the witnesses, Kenneth Jordan, admitted that he had been coerced into providing false testimony about C. Murder because he feared facing unrelated charges and imprisonment. The other witness, Darnell Jordan, also confessed that he had felt pressured to lie under oath. Throughout his imprisonment, the convicted artist has steadfastly proclaimed his innocence on all charges. Lindsay Lohan's rise to stardom was meteoric, fueled by memorable performances in Disney's The Parent Trap and the cult classic Mean Girls. However, her journey was marred by legal troubles that began in 2007, including charges for driving under the influence and cocaine possession. Despite efforts at rehabilitation, including brief jail terms and mandated rehab, Lohan struggled with probation violations and recurrent legal issues. In 2010, she faced her most significant sentence for probation violations, serving only a fraction due to prison overcrowding and exemplary behavior upon release. Despite her setbacks, Lohan made several attempts at a career comeback, though her public image remained tarnished by her turbulent past. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the immense pressures faced by young Hollywood stars and the pitfalls of fame. Despite the challenges, Lohan's resilience and determination to overcome adversity offer hope to others grappling with similar struggles in the unforgiving spotlight. In the vast annals of Hollywood lore, few tales of redemption shine as brightly as that of Robert Downey Jr. from a tender age. His prodigious talent catapulted him to stardom, earning acclaim in films like Less Than Zero and Chaplin, the latter securing him an Academy Award nomination. Yet, as his star ascended, Downey's life veered into the grips of addiction. Influenced by his father's introduction to marijuana, his teenage experimentation spiraled into a cycle of legal troubles, marked by arrests and encounters with heroin, cocaine, and even firearms. In 1999, Downey faced incarceration in a California substance abuse facility and state jail, a crucible of introspection. Emerging from this dark chapter, he fought to reclaim his career, battling against the odds with the support of friends and industry allies. Then, in 2008, came his resurrection. Cast as the iconic Tony Stark in Iron Man, Downey not only revitalized his career, but also became the linchpin of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His portrayal earned widespread acclaim, reaffirming his status as a Hollywood heavyweight. Today, Downey's legacy transcends his acting prowess. His journey from addiction to success stands as a testament to personal resilience and the power of second chances, a beacon of hope illuminating even the darkest corners of despair. Winona Ryder, born Winona Laura Horowitz, is a renowned actress known for her roles in films such as Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, and Little Women. However, Ryder's career faced a significant setback due to a high-profile court dispute in 2001. In December of that year, she was arrested for shoplifting items worth over $5,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills. The incident became a major controversy, drawing widespread media attention and tarnishing her career. The following year, Ryder faced trial and was convicted of felony grand theft and vandalism in November 2002. However, she was acquitted of criminal burglary charges. Ryder received a sentence of 3 years probation, 480 hours of community service, and fines and restitution for the store. Despite avoiding jail time, the affair severely damaged her reputation and career. Ryder took a step back from the spotlight for several years, gradually returning to acting with smaller roles. In 2016, she made a significant comeback with the Netflix hit series Stranger Things. Her case serves as a stark reminder that even prominent Hollywood figures can face legal troubles with serious personal and professional consequences. Tim Allen, born Timothy Allen Dick, is a versatile actor and comedian celebrated for his iconic roles in Home Improvement and as the voice of Buzz Lightyear in the beloved Toy Story films. However, before his illustrious Hollywood career, Allen encountered a brush with the law. In 1978, Allen was apprehended at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport for possessing over 650 grams of cocaine. He eventually pleaded guilty to narcotics trafficking charges, a decision that potentially carried a life sentence. In a pivotal turn, Allen cooperated with authorities, providing crucial information about other narcotics distributors. Consequently, he received a reduced sentence. In 1981, Allen was sentenced to 3 to 7 years in federal prison, serving 2 years and 4 months at the Sandstone Federal Correctional Institution in Minnesota. His time behind bars proved transformative, sparking a profound reevaluation of his life's direction. Upon his release, Allen turned to comedy as a means of catharsis and renewal. This shift marked the beginning of a remarkable journey toward a successful entertainment career. Embracing his past missteps, Allen openly acknowledged his mistakes, leveraging his experiences to inspire others and caution against similar pitfalls. His remarkable journey underscores the resilience of the human spirit and serves as an inspiring example of overcoming obstacles to achieve triumph. Wesley Snipes is a distinguished actor and martial artist who gained fame in the 1990s through his captivating performances in action-packed films such as Demolition Man, Blade, and Passenger 57. However, in 2006, Snipes found himself entangled in a different kind of battle. He faced charges of tax evasion, accused of attempting to defraud the government of millions of dollars by neglecting to file tax returns for several years. Although Snipes was acquitted of felony tax fraud and conspiracy charges in 2008, he was convicted of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file a federal income tax return. Consequently, he received a 3-year jail sentence in 2010, the maximum penalty for his convictions. Despite appealing his case, his appeals were unsuccessful, and he commenced his term in December of that year. After nearly 2 years behind bars at the McKean Federal Correctional Institution in Pennsylvania, Snipes was released in April 2013. During his sentence and since his release, he has remained in the public eye due to ongoing legal disputes regarding his convictions. Snipes has since returned to acting, though his career has yet to fully recover. His journey serves as a cautionary tale about the repercussions of financial missteps, underscoring the importance of tax compliance even for individuals of high stature who may presume themselves exempt from such mundane concerns. Todd and Julie Chrisley rose to fame through their reality show, Chrisley Knows Best, which debuted in 2014. The series offers viewers a glimpse into the lives of the Chrisley family, residing in the South, as they navigate the challenges and joys of everyday life, albeit with the twist of their significant wealth. Todd Chrisley, in particular, is depicted as a highly successful entrepreneur and real estate developer whose unwavering business acumen extends to his management of family affairs. Despite his vigilant oversight, the family often finds themselves embroiled in various antics and conflicts, adding to the show's entertainment value. However, the family's fortunes took a dramatic turn when Todd and Julie found themselves entangled in a complex legal ordeal. On August 12, 2019, the couple was charged with a slew of serious offenses, including tax evasion, conspiracy, bank fraud, and wire fraud. As reported by Entertainment Tonight, the situation reached its climax on June 7, 2022, when both Todd and Julie were convicted on all counts. As a result of their convictions, Todd is currently serving a 12-year sentence at Federal Prison Camp Pensacola, while Julie is serving a 7-year sentence at Federal Medical Center, Lexington, Kentucky. The legal troubles faced by the Chrisley family serve as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of financial misconduct, even for those in the public eye. Felicity Huffman gained acclaim as an award-winning actress, particularly for her roles in Desperate Housewives and Transamerica. However, her reputation took a significant blow in 2019 amidst her involvement in a highly publicized college admissions scandal. Huffman was among a group of affluent parents accused of engaging in fraudulent schemes to secure admission for their children into prestigious universities. Admitting to paying $15,000 to manipulate her daughter's scholastic assessment test exam scores, Huffman pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit honest services mail fraud in May 2019. In September of the same year, Huffman was sentenced to 14 days in federal prison, a $30,000 fine, 250 hours of community service, and a year of supervised release. The scandal sparked widespread public outrage and inflicted lasting damage to Huffman's reputation. Since completing her sentence, Huffman has maintained a low profile. Her experience serves as a stark reminder of the legal consequences that can accompany unethical behavior, even for individuals in the upper echelons of society. Dani Alves, of former Barcelona right back, indeed made headlines in 2023, but not for his prowess on the football field. In a shocking turn of events, a Spanish court detained him without bail in January 2023 over allegations of sexual violation against a woman at a Barcelona nightclub. The news sent shockwaves through the football community, where Alves had been revered for his skill and sportsmanship. Fans and pundits alike were left stunned by the allegations against a player who had once been a symbol of integrity and excellence on the pitch. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the world watched anxiously, grappling with the troubling juxtaposition of a beloved sports figure facing such serious accusations. The case served as a stark reminder of the complexities and controversies that can sometimes overshadow the glamour of professional sports. While Dani Alves' legacy as a footballer may forever be tarnished by these allegations, the unfolding legal drama serves as a sobering reminder that even the most celebrated athletes are not immune to the complexities of human behavior and the consequences of their actions. Oscar Pistorius, an Olympic and Paralympic athlete, made headlines when he tragically shot and killed his girlfriend, Reeva Steenkamp, at his home in Pretoria, South Africa, on Valentine's Day in 2013. Despite Pistorius's claims that he mistook Steenkamp for an intruder and shot her accidentally, he was arrested and charged with murder. Initially, Pistorius was convicted of culpable homicide by a jury and received a 5-year prison sentence. Additionally, he was handed a 3-year prison term with a 3-year suspension for reckless endangerment. However, Pistorius was released from prison after serving only 1 year. Subsequently, authorities overturned the initial verdict and sentenced Pistorius to an additional 13 years and 5 months in jail for murder. As a result, the athlete could potentially remain imprisoned until 2030, although he may be eligible for parole in 2023. This high-profile case has sparked widespread debate and scrutiny regarding the legal system's handling of the incident and the consequences for Pistorius. Is there a particular character from our video that caught your attention? Feel free to share your thoughts or ask questions about any of them. And don't forget, there are plenty more intriguing videos waiting for you in your shopping cart that you haven't discovered yet. Shannon Richardson, known for her role in The Vampire Diaries, found herself embroiled in one of the most peculiar cases to date. The Texas actress shocked the global community in 2014 when she admitted to sending ricin-laced letters to President Barack Obama. These toxic missives, originating from Shreveport, Louisiana in May 2013, were a chilling attempt at harm. Upon investigation, it was revealed that the ricin was derived from castor beans, and records indicated that Richardson had recently purchased castor beans, along with lye, another component of the deadly substance. Despite initially attempting to shift blame onto her husband, Richardson eventually faced the stark reality of her situation. With the prospect of a lifetime behind bars looming large, Richardson opted for a plea deal. Ultimately, she was sentenced to 18 years in prison and ordered to pay $367,000 in restitution. This shocking turn of events left the entertainment world reeling, serving as a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly glamorous lives. Ryan Grantham's story is one of remarkable transformation. From a seemingly innocent child to a convicted murderer, the Riverdale star shocked the world when he received a life sentence for coldly shooting his own mother to death at their home in Canada. Barbara White, his mother, fell victim to a single shot to the back of the head from Grantham's pistol. Only 21 years old at the time of the crime, there was no doubt about Grantham's guilt. His confession not only affirmed his guilt in his mother's murder, but also revealed a disturbing plan to assassinate Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and carry out a school shooting. Fortunately, authorities intervened before this cruel act was committed. While Grantham's lawyers argued for a lighter sentence, Judge Kathleen Kerr ultimately agreed to allow him to apply for parole after serving 14 years of his life sentence. Although his release may come in the future, the shadow of his dark past will surely linger, serving as a grim reminder of the unfathomable depths that some people can sink. Zach Avery, the producer of Minamata, found himself embroiled in scandal when he was convicted in October 2021 for wire fraud. For years, the Trespassers actor operated as a key figure in a Ponzi scheme, deceiving investors with promises of lucrative film distribution deals with HBO and Netflix. Zachary and his cohorts lured investors by claiming that their funds would be used to acquire licensing rights to films that HBO and Netflix had supposedly agreed to distribute internationally. However, it soon became apparent that these agreements were entirely fabricated. The Ponzi scheme proved to be immensely successful, raising a staggering $650 million. Yet, when the truth emerged, Zach Avery faced the consequences of his actions. He was sentenced to prison for defrauding investors of over $200 million, and United States District Judge Mark C. Scarsi ordered him to pay approximately $230 million in restitution to those he had stolen from. The case serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of financial deception and the severe repercussions for those who engage in such schemes. Michael Jace is a figure with dual identities in the public eye. Known to many as the Los Angeles police officer Julian Loa from the FX drama The Shield, he took on a much darker persona in 2014 when he fatally shot his wife. The tragic incident unfolded when Jace called the police to report that he had shot his wife, April Jace, after she expressed her intention to divorce him. In a moment of anger and desperation, Jace pulled a gun on April, intending to harm her, but tragically ended up shooting her twice in the legs in front of their young sons. Jace stood trial for second-degree murder, during which his own son testified against him. Despite his plea of not guilty, the jury ultimately convicted him in 2016, sentencing him to 40 years in prison. The news shocked fans of the actor, who had always portrayed virtuous characters on screen. However, reports from close friends of the couple revealed a long history of domestic violence in their relationship. Now incarcerated, Michael Jace serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the harrowing consequences of domestic violence and the importance of seeking help and intervention before it's too late. In prison, he is unable to inflict harm on anyone else, bringing a sense of closure and safety to those affected by his actions. In 2017, the whole country was shaken by the scandal surrounding William Hayden, the prominent character of the reality TV show Sons of Guns. The unraveling of Hayden's once glamorous exterior began as early as 2014 when whispers of misconduct and abuse tarnished his reputation. Sexual assault allegations against 2 girls in Louisiana cast a shadow over his celebrity status, heralding the beginning of his downfall. As rumors swirl, Hayden's world comes crashing down, culminating in a shocking arrest that marks the pinnacle of his career. Despite vehement denials, a growing body of evidence paints a damning portrait of a predator masquerading as a public persona. The legal battle that followed became a battleground between truth and deception, with brave survivors coming forward to expose Hayden's atrocities. Their testimony, filled with courage and tenacity, exposed Hayden's deep depravity, lit a beacon of hope for survivors, and emphasized the imperative of justice. Amid escalating tensions, the courtroom witnessed a riveting climax when Hayden was convicted on all counts, sentenced to life in prison without parole. While justice prevails, the scars caused by his crimes endure as poignant reminders of the resilience of the human spirit and the dogged pursuit of accountability. Allison Mack, for years projected an image of unwavering support for women's empowerment. Alongside her acting endeavors, she helmed a multifaceted marketing firm. Yet beneath the surface of this enterprise lay a disturbing reality. In 2018, the FBI intervened, unveiling Mack's involvement in a harrowing case of sex trafficking and labor exploitation. Operating under the guise of DOS Dominus Obsequious Sororium, the group clandestinely recruited women. These women were subjected to branding by the group's founder, Keith Raniere, and coerced into committing various acts against their will. Upon her arrest, Mack swiftly admitted guilt to charges of conspiracy and racketeering. In a bid to mitigate her sentence, she collaborated with authorities, offering pivotal information that led to the apprehension of other key figures within the organization. Raniere faced the full brunt of justice with a hefty 120-year prison sentence, whereas Mack received a comparatively lenient punishment owing to her cooperation. However, public scrutiny intensified when Mack was granted early release in July 2023, reigniting debate about the efficacy of the justice system. Allison Mack's story serves as a sobering reminder of the complexities surrounding exploitation and the pursuit of justice in cases of manipulation and abuse of power. Drew Drexel, famed as the champion of NBC's American Ninja Warrior, found himself entangled in a deeply troubling legal ordeal, accused of engaging in unlawful sexual conduct with a woman in New Jersey. The allegations emerged after the victim, a young woman, bravely stepped forward in June 2019, disclosing a disturbing chronology of their relationship. Prosecutors revealed that their association began in 2014, with their sexual involvement allegedly commencing in 2015. The complaint outlined unsettling details, including encounters at Drexel's Connecticut gym, reportedly during his girlfriend's absence on the woman's birthday. Their liaisons extended to various New Jersey locales, from restaurant parking lots to outdoor settings. Prosecutors highlighted Drexel's alleged solicitation of explicit Skype conversations while the woman was unclothed, along with his possession of pornographic material featuring her. Drexel, facing serious charges, including producing pornographic content and traveling for unlawful sexual conduct, intends to plead not guilty, fervently asserting his innocence. These allegations have rocked both his fan base and the public, given his prominent status and past achievements on American Ninja Warrior. As legal proceedings unfold, Drexel awaits transfer to New Jersey, casting a shadow over his once gleaming career. Rashad Walker's ascent in Hollywood was swift after his remarkable portrayal in the 2018 film Superfly, embodying a key character from the 70s era. He further solidified his presence in the industry with a role in the 2017 drama Kings, sharing the screen with luminaries like Halle Berry and Daniel Craig. However, Walker's promising career hit a devastating roadblock when disturbing allegations surfaced. In September 2018, he faced charges of sexual misconduct following accusations from 4 brave models. These women recounted how Walker, under the guise of professional opportunities, exploited them in reprehensible ways. Despite initially escaping immediate consequences by posting a hefty bail of $1 million, Walker's luck ran out in March 2019. Additional victims came forward with compelling evidence, leading to his conviction on 9 felony counts. Superior Court Judge Joseph Brandolino sentenced him to 50 years in prison and mandated registration as a sex offender. Walker's downfall serves as a somber reminder that accountability knows no bounds, especially in the pursuit of justice for the vulnerable. Joe Exotic rose to global prominence following the release of the 2020 Netflix docuseries Tiger King, where he was portrayed as a larger-than-life figure caring for exotic big cats at the Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park in Wynnewood, Oklahoma. However, Joe's moment in the spotlight came crashing down in September 2018 when he was arrested. Law enforcement revealed that Joe had allegedly attempted to hire 2 hitmen to murder fellow animal rights activist Carol Baskin Baxton, who had become his nemesis after accusing him of animal abuse. Investigations uncovered that Joe had reached out to an undercover FBI agent in December 2017, offering $10,000 for the hit. Carol further fueled the fire by accusing Joe of killing and feeding her ex-husband, Don Lewis, to his tigers. In 2019, Joe was convicted for his crimes, receiving a 22-year prison sentence. He was found guilty on 2 counts of attempted murder for hire and 17 federal charges of animal abuse, including the killing of 5 tigers and falsifying zoo records. However, to Carol's dismay, Joe was not convicted for her husband's disappearance. In January 2022, Joe had his sentence reduced by 1 year, resulting in a 21-year prison term instead of the initial 22. Despite this, the saga surrounding Joe Exotic continues to captivate audiences with its twists and turns. Skyler Julius DeLeon, once known for his role in Power Rangers, took a dark turn when his acting career waned, choosing a path of crime instead. In 2004, he became infamous for the brutal murder of Thomas and Jackie Hawks from Prescott, Arizona. The couple had innocently sought to sell their cherished boat, only to vanish mysteriously. It later emerged that Skyler, alongside his wife Jennifer DeLeon, orchestrated the theft of the boat for themselves. Tragically, the robbery escalated into a nightmare for the Hawks as they were bound and thrown into the sea, never to be seen again. For years, Skyler managed to elude capture until one of his accomplices confessed to the authorities, leading to his arrest. In 2009, he was sentenced to death for the severity of his crimes. However, due to being located in California, a state where the death penalty was blocked, the sentence was never executed. Adding another layer to the story, Skyler began hormone replacement therapy in 2009 to transition from male to female. Now known as Skyler Preciosa, she has undergone a significant transformation since her days as a notorious criminal, but the memory of her heinous actions still lingers. Michael Gerard Tyson, born on June 30, 1966, became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history at just 20 years old. However, Tyson's illustrious boxing career was often marred by personal turmoil, legal issues, and controversies. In 1992, Tyson's life took a dark turn when he was convicted of unlawful activities, notably an incident involving Desiree Washington at the Miss Black America Finals. This resulted in a substantial 6-year prison sentence, of which he served 3 years at Indiana's Plainfield Correctional Facility. Following his release, Tyson faced an uphill battle in rehabilitating his career and public image. Despite his efforts, challenges persisted both inside and outside the ring. One of the most notorious incidents occurred in 1997 when Tyson was disqualified for biting off a portion of Evander Holyfield's ear during a match. Nevertheless, Tyson has shown resilience and determination in his quest for redemption. He has explored new avenues such as acting, entrepreneurship, including starting his own marijuana company, and even a return to boxing. Through his journey of redemption, Tyson's story serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities surrounding celebrity, personal growth, and the pursuit of redemption. Orenthal James Simpson, the iconic football superstar and television personality, became the focus of one of America's most sensational legal dramas during the tumultuous 1990s. Accused of heinous crimes including murder and robbery, Simpson found himself thrust into a maelstrom of controversy, with the intricacies of his trial captivating the nation. Amidst a sprawling and contentious legal battle, Simpson's once charmed life was laid bare. The courtroom became a stage for a clash of narratives, as evidence and testimonies were vigorously debated and dissected. The trial, stemming from the tragic deaths of his girlfriend, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman, became a defining moment in American legal history. Ultimately, Simpson faced the weight of justice. Following a protracted legal process, he was convicted and sentenced. His involvement in a Las Vegas hotel room altercation resulted in a sobering 9-year prison term. In the aftermath of the trial, Simpson's once glittering image was tarnished, eclipsed by the shadow of his actions and the ensuing fallout. His life and career, once the embodiment of success and adulation, were forever altered by the consequences of his choices, leaving an enduring imprint on his legacy and the fabric of American culture. Ronaldinho's journey from adversity to triumph is a captivating tale of resilience and redemption. Nearly a year ago, he hit rock bottom with seized assets, unpaid taxes, and house arrest. Then, a stint behind bars in Paraguay over passport irregularities further tested him. But even in confinement, Ronaldinho's spirit remained unbroken. He dominated futsal tournaments, showcasing his brilliance and leading his team to victory. Upon his release, Ronaldinho didn't just bounce back, he soared. Embracing new roles, he became Brazil's tourism ambassador and swiftly regained his wealth and influence. But he didn't stop there. Immersed in his passion for music, he ventured into the industry, creating hits that resonated worldwide. Additionally, he ventured into entrepreneurship with his organic gin brand and acclaimed wine label. Acknowledged as a cultural icon, Ronaldinho's entry into esports solidified his status as a trailblazer. Despite setbacks like a battle with COVID-19, he remains undeterred. With a biopic in the works, his journey continues, showcasing the enduring power of resilience and the allure of redemption in the face of adversity. On July 2019, R. Kelly was arrested by federal agents in Chicago, according to the Chicago Tribune. Allegations emerged that Kelly and his associates were involved in recruiting young girls for illegal activities, coercing them into exploitative relationships and isolating them from their families, controlling their lives effectively. The indictment, filed in U.S. District Court in New York City, coincided with Chicago prosecutors bringing their own charges, accusing Kelly of bribing witnesses and victims involved in the troubles his previous legal, including a sensitive case from 2008. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the trial date in New York was postponed. Meanwhile, Kelly was awaiting trial at a federal facility in Chicago, where he encountered violence. It was reported that he was attacked by a member of the Latin Kings gang, assaulted Kelly while he slept, leaving him severely concussed. In June 2022, Kelly faced consequences for her actions when she was sentenced to 30 years in prison, stemming from a conviction related to trafficking in recruiting young girls for illegal activities. Later in September, he faced additional charges for creating sensitive content. Despite his attorney's pleas for leniency, advocating for a reduced 11-year sentence, Kelly's fate remains sealed within the confines of the justice system. Lindsay Lohan's rise to stardom was meteoric, fueled by memorable performances in Disney's The Parent Trap and the cult classic Mean Girls. However, her journey was marred by legal troubles that began in 2007, including charges for driving under the influence and cocaine possession. Despite efforts at rehabilitation, including brief jail terms and mandated rehab, Lohan struggled with probation violations and recurrent legal issues. In 2010, she faced her most significant sentence for probation violations, serving only a fraction due to prison overcrowding and exemplary behavior upon release. Despite her setbacks, Lohan made several attempts at a career comeback, though her public image remained tarnished by her turbulent past. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the immense pressures faced by young Hollywood stars and the pitfalls of fame. Despite the challenges, Lohan's resilience and determination to overcome adversity offer hope to others grappling with similar struggles in the unforgiving spotlight. Winona Ryder, born Winona Laura Horowitz, is a renowned actress known for her roles in films such as Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, and Little Women. However, Ryder's career faced a significant setback due to a high-profile court dispute in 2001. In December of that year, she was arrested for shoplifting items worth over $5,000 at Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills. The incident became a major controversy, drawing widespread media attention and tarnishing her career. The following year, Ryder faced trial and was convicted of felony grand theft and vandalism in November 2002. However, she was acquitted of criminal burglary charges. Ryder received a sentence of 3 years probation, 480 hours of community service, and fines and restitution for the store. Despite avoiding jail time, the affair severely damaged her reputation and career. Ryder took a step back from the spotlight for several years, gradually returning to acting with smaller roles. In 2016, she made a significant comeback with the Netflix hit series Stranger Things. Her case serves as a stark reminder that even prominent Hollywood figures can face legal troubles with serious personal and professional consequences. Todd and Julie Chrisley rose to fame through their reality show, Chrisley Knows Best, which debuted in 2014. The series offers viewers a glimpse into the lives of the Chrisley family, residing in the South, as they navigate the challenges and joys of everyday life, albeit with the twist of their significant wealth. Todd Chrisley, in particular, is depicted as a highly successful entrepreneur and real estate developer whose unwavering business acumen extends to his management of family affairs. Despite his vigilant oversight, the family often finds themselves embroiled in various antics and conflicts, adding to the show's entertainment value. However, the family's fortunes took a dramatic turn when Todd and Julie found themselves entangled in a complex legal ordeal. On August 12, 2019, the couple was charged with a slew of serious offenses, including tax evasion, conspiracy, bank fraud, and wire fraud, as reported by Entertainment Tonight. The situation reached its climax on June 7, 2022, when both Todd and Julie were convicted on all counts. As a result of their convictions, Todd is currently serving a 12-year sentence at Federal Prison Camp Pensacola, while Julie is serving a 7-year sentence at Federal Medical Center, Lexington, Kentucky. The legal troubles faced by the Chrisley family serve as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of financial misconduct, even for those in the public eye. You may recall the Subway sandwich commercial starring Jared Fogle. Weighing more than 400 pounds at the age of 20, Jared made a decisive decision in 1998 that changed his life. He commits to exercising and eats 2 Subway sandwiches a day. According to the Los Angeles Times, he lost more than half his body weight in less than a year, earning him a cover in Men's Health magazine and a quick take on the role of Subway spokesman. His first commercial for the sandwich brand aired in 2000, turning his weight loss journey into a lucrative business. However, his path took a dark turn a few years later. As reported by NPR, Jared admitted to possessing sensitive content and engaging in illegal activities as part of a plea agreement with prosecutors in 2015. He was convicted of traveling interstate for illegal purposes and possessed 400 illegal movies. What is amazing is that some of these documents were provided to him by the head of his organization. Jared was sentenced to more than 15 years in prison, with a parole period set for at least 13 years. In addition, he was ordered to pay $14 million in restitution to the 14 victims he harmed. What began as a story of triumph and transformation sadly ended with a stark reminder of the consequences of criminal behavior. In the journey of a famous businessman, encountering challenges and legal risks is often inevitable. And Paul Tootle Sr., founder and CEO of Orange County Choppers, is no exception. Amidst his remarkable successes, he has also overcome legal hurdles, making his journey not just about building a company, but also about resilience and determination in an unforgiving business landscape. Let's learn about the challenges he faces and how he continues to grow and succeed in the motorcycle manufacturing industry. Do you want to know the details of Paul Tootle Sr.'s story? We have put a video in your shopping cart. Please explore. Zara Fithian, beloved former actress and member of the Marvel Universe, faced forced abuse of a young girl in 2022. According to the victim's testimony, Zara provided alcohol to an underage girl and then forced her to commit shocking acts. Since then, both Zara and her husband Mael have treated the girl poorly, leading to serious legal consequences. Zara was charged with 14 counts of inappropriate behavior towards the young girl, while her husband, Mark, was charged with aggravated assault of another young girl. In the end, Zara had to spend 14 years in prison, and Mark had to spend 5 years in prison. However, Zara only received 8 years in prison because the judge did not expect that she was not the mastermind behind the exploitation that Mark actually led. The judge firmly affirmed during the trial that Mark was the initiator and main judge of this case. During her confinement, Zara performs tasks such as cleaning the prison and hopes to be released soon due to good behavior. Amy Locane, the sweetheart of 90s cinema, was once a darling on the silver screen, but her life took a tragic turn. No longer stealing hearts with her on-screen charm, she now resides behind bars, serving time for aggravated manslaughter. It was a fateful night in June 2010 when Amy, after indulging in late-night drinks at a barbecue party, made the ill-fated decision to drive home. Ignoring speed limits, she raced at 53 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Tragically, her reckless driving led to a collision with the car of Fred Seaman as he pulled into his driveway. Fred survived the crash, but his wife, Helen, was not as fortunate. Authorities swiftly arrived at the scene, testing Amy's blood alcohol levels, which were found to be 3 times the legal limit. She was brought to trial, where a jury sentenced her to 3 years in prison, a lenient punishment considering the life she had taken. However, to the relief of the Seaman family, the case was reopened, leading to a revised sentence of 5 years in prison in 2019. Despite attempts to avoid incarceration through appeals, Amy's fate only worsened. An appeal resulted in an extended sentence of 8 years for second-degree vehicular homicide. Currently, Locane awaits parole, with a year left before she becomes eligible for release. For 15 years, Jared Fogle captivated hearts as a beloved fast food spokesperson. His remarkable tale of shedding 250 pounds through Subway sandwiches inspiring many. Soon, he became a familiar face on screens, appearing in Sharknado 2, and even getting his own episode on South Park. However, in 2015, public opinion took a drastic turn against Jared as the truth about him began to unravel. It started with a Florida radio show host, known as Herman, who bravely exposed Jared's disturbing behavior. As a mother of 2, Herman's maternal instincts led her to record conversations with Jared, revealing unsettling requests. Although these recordings weren't admissible in court, Herman persisted, eventually becoming an informant. Jared's downfall came when the FBI arrested Russell Taylor, and incriminating evidence, including material sent by Jared, was found on Taylor's computer. Facing a potential 50-year sentence, Jared opted for a plea deal, reducing his prison time to 15 years. It marked the end of his once glorified career, serving as a sobering reminder of betrayal and the consequences of wrongdoing. Harvey Weinstein, the renowned producer behind movies like Pulp Fiction and The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, was once a towering figure in the film industry. However, his empire crumbled in 2017 when the New York Times and New York Post shed light on his dark side. Numerous victims came forward, bravely recounting how Weinstein had exploited his power for sexual favors. Despite his efforts to silence them using his influence, a wave of brave confessions from multiple women prompted authorities in New York and Los Angeles to launch investigations. Weinstein faced his first trial in Manhattan in January 2020. By the end of the following month, the disgraced director was found guilty on charges of third-degree rape and first-degree criminal sexual act, 2 of the original 5 charges. He was subsequently sentenced to 23 years in prison. Yet, Weinstein's saga was far from over. In a Los Angeles court, he received an additional 16-year sentence, leaving him pleading for mercy. Weinstein's arrest marked a pivotal moment in the Me Too movement, exposing the harsh reality of sexual misconduct in Hollywood and revealing the truth about other high-profile figures in the industry. Todd and Julie Chrisley gained international fame with their reality TV show, Chrisley Knows Best, which debuted in 2014. The series offered a glimpse into the daily lives of the Chrisley family, portraying their comfortable lifestyle resulting from Todd's entrepreneurial and real estate ventures. However, their facade of success crumbled when they became embroiled in a legal quagmire, facing charges of conspiracy, bank fraud, tax evasion, and wire fraud, which surfaced on August 12, 2019. Following a trial that concluded on June 7, 2022, the Chrisleys were dismayed to be found guilty on all counts. Todd is currently serving a 12-year sentence at FPC Pensacola, while Julie awaits the end of her 7-year sentence at FMC Lexington, Kentucky. Yet, fortune smiled upon them in 2023 when the court agreed to shorten their prison terms. Todd is slated for release in 2033, while Julie will regain her freedom in 2028. Joseph, son of Austin Powers, actor 1, had his first encounter with the law in May 2008 when he received a 60-day jail sentence for felony vandalism. However, it was the requirement to submit his DNA that unearthed a dark secret. Authorities conducting routine scans of DNA samples were stunned to find Joseph's DNA matching that of a perpetrator involved in a 1990 assault case. Despite the incident being long buried, new evidence led to Joseph's arrest in October 2008. Facing trial and confronted by his victim's testimony, Joseph was initially looking at a staggering 275 years in prison. However, the trial took place in 2011, 21 years after the assault, exceeding the statute of limitations. Consequently, Joseph couldn't be tried for the original offense, but was instead sentenced to life in prison for charges of torture. Sadly, incarceration failed to rehabilitate Joseph, as he ended up murdering his cellmate, Michael Thomas Graham, at Wasco State Prison in California just a month into his sentence. While believed to have acted in self-defense, Joseph now faces an additional 2 decades behind bars on top of his initial sentence. Thus, his life has become a tragic tale of legal entanglements and violent consequences. Over the years, numerous actresses have graced the popular reality series The Real Housewives. However, Jen Shah from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City stands out not for her acting prowess, but for the shadowy means by which she amassed her wealth. For years, Jen managed to evade U.S. authorities, but her criminal activities came to a halt in 2021 when she and her assistant, Stuart Smith, were indicted by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Jen and Stuart had been partners in crime since 2012, operating a telemarketing business targeting elderly customers with non-existent products and services. Their fraudulent scheme flourished until 2021 when the FBI intervened. Initially pleading not guilty to charges of conspiracy to commit money laundering and wire fraud, both eventually found themselves with limited options. With the weight of evidence against her, Jen opted for a plea deal in 2022. Admitting to wire fraud, she received a 6.5-year prison sentence for her crimes. This marked the end of her fraudulent activities and serves as a reminder that ill-gotten gains eventually lead to consequences, regardless of one's status or fame. Josh Duggar gained a significant following through his appearances on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. However, his facade of familial wholesomeness shattered when the truth emerged. In April 2021, the former reality TV star was convicted on 1 count of pornography and 1 count of possession of pornography. Despite pleading not guilty to both charges, he was released on bail, only to face conviction in December 2021 on 1 of the counts. In May 2022, Josh received a sentence of 151 months in prison, roughly equivalent to 125 years behind bars. Although his defense team argued for leniency, citing his lack of prior charges, the prosecution pushed for the maximum sentence. They highlighted Josh's extraordinary efforts to obtain and view sexual abuse materials, emphasizing the disturbing nature of the content he consumed. As a result, Josh Duggar will remain occupied until October 10, 2032, serving his time for his heinous crimes against. His fall from grace serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of exploiting the vulnerable and preying on the innocent. Stony Westmoreland, once a fixture in the glittering world, and Disney's Andy Mack, found himself in a whirlwind of trouble back in December 2018. The accusations were serious, attempting to lure a young man, a charge he eventually pleaded guilty to. But this wasn't just any ordinary sting operation. It was a high-stakes game orchestrated by the federal authorities. Using a clever ruse on Grindr, they baited Stony, enticing him with the promise of a rendezvous. Little did he know, his plans to meet the young man would lead him straight into a legal quagmire. Stony's defense argued that his intentions were innocent, mere adult conversations with an assumed adult. But the gravity of the charges loomed large, threatening to unravel his once promising career. Facing the possibility of a decade behind bars, Stony chose a path of negotiation. In a bid to mitigate the damage, he entered into a plea agreement, but the terms were strict. Random searches on his digital devices and a complete ban on unsupervised interactions with minors became the new norms. It was a cautionary tale of fame, folly, and the perilous consequences of crossing lines best left uncrossed. Danny Masterson, formerly celebrated for his role in that '70s show, now faces the grim reality of a lengthy prison sentence. In a watershed moment, Masterson received a 30-year sentence for the sexual assault of 2 women. Shockingly, 4 additional women stepped forward, accusing Masterson of assaults that occurred between 2001 and 2003, alleging premeditated drugging prior to the attacks. The compelling testimonies of the victims ignited a swift investigation, uncovering the grave repercussions of Masterson's actions. Controversy when the Church of Scientology, of which he is a member, allegedly extended protection to him. Members of the church reportedly harassed the courageous women who came forward, resorting to invasive measures like surveillance and vandalism. Despite legal hurdles, justice ultimately prevailed. Masterson faced trial in 2022, though the jury remained deadlocked. However, at his retrial in May 2023, he was definitively found guilty. Even a motion for a new trial, presented by Masterson's defense team, was summarily denied by Judge Jessica Barth. The video ends here. Remember, there are still many other interesting and engaging videos in my playlist. Before you leave, please leave a comment number 1 if you found the video interesting, or number 2 if not. It's that simple, isn't it? Thank you!